This week, we sit down and get comfy with Warm Bodies. Welcome to the good, the bad, and the ugly movie review with me, your host, Ben Sager. Thanks to some requests you guys sent me last week, I was able to sit back, relax, and watch Warm Bodies. I feel like I've said this before. Oh well. So let's spill the guts. Warm Bodies takes place in the distant future, where zombies roam the streets, eat the living, and blah blah blah. We've heard this before. Except, this comes with a little bit of a twist.
Nice watch.
The main protagonist of the story is in fact a zombie, going by the name of R and played by Nicholas Holton, who stumbles upon the beautiful Julie, played by Teresa Palmer, where in the course of saving her life on more than one occasion, the two fall in love, yada yada yada, spoiler alert, they change the fate of humanity with their love. All of which is based on a book of the same name. Crazy, right? Jonathan Levine ends up taking the helm of the ship, with his last film being 50-50, which I was a huge fan of. He takes the film much like 50-50 to the depths of humanity and morality by creating such intricate characters. In Warm Bodies, he creates what most people believe nowadays to be the furthest thing from human, and rebuilds it from a state of quite literally a corpse to a living person. It really shows how much he believes in character development and how crucial it is to the process of making a good movie.
Be dead. It's too much.
And for me going into this, I had thought watching the trailer that this was just going to be another Twilight. But this was far from it. When Twilight crapped on the supernatural romance genre back in 2000 whatever, I had literally thought this was the beginning of the end. But it makes me happy when I'm proven wrong, and movies like this shine through, tickle my funny bone, and actually make me feel something for it. It shows me that there's still hope in this world. Now, the story is definitely what caught my attention, but it was the acting that really kept me interested. As I mentioned before, the story's main protagonist is played by Nicholas Holton, who, apart from X-Men First Class, I've never seen any of his work. And even in that, I really didn't pay much attention to him until he turned into a Thundercat. But in Warm Bodies, he puts up a good act. Not too much of a zombie, honestly. In some scenes, it feels like he was just a little slow instead of being dead. Not to say he was bad, but I feel like they could have gone with someone better. Honestly, who I felt the most attached to was Teresa Palmer's character, Julie. I've seen her past work and liked her, but she was always just in awful films. Sadly, in my opinion, her talents never really shine through. Yet here, she puts up a great performance, and you truly feel for her when her character's torn between loving R to wanting to kill him. But honestly, the best job I'd have to say comes from Rod Corddry, who plays the role of R's best friend M. And yes, he's a zombie. With all of his one-liners and puns throughout the film, the only thing I was disappointed about was the fact that I wish he had a larger role. Now, was the film the best to date? No, but would definitely say it would near the top of his genre of romantic comedies / date movies. I was a little disappointed with some of the CG and sound design, and the final cut seemed a little slow to me, but none of these tore me away from the film. It was a good 50-50 mix of being a zombie film that your typical guy would want to go see, and a mushy, lovey-dovey film most women would drag their boyfriends to go watch. So trust me, people, if your other half wants to go see this, you should have no worries. Honestly, the only regret I had watching it was the fact that my girlfriend wasn't there.
Shoot on sight. We have a breach.
We're changing everything.
We're seeing corpses fighting skeletons, sir.
Where do we shoot?
Shoot this! Hi.
Huh?
The verdict? No, the movie wasn't perfect. But with solid acting, great one-liners, and a story with a good take on people trying to find their humanity, all I can say is, much like the zombies in the film, my cold dead heart did beat for Warm Bodies. With that being said, I'd have to give Warm Bodies a good 8 out of 10 rating. If you guys enjoyed this review, let me know what film you want me to review next week in the comments below. Until then, this has been Ben Sager. I'll see you guys next time.